Vlogmas. I didn't intentionally come dressing as Snow White, but here we are. And Snow White is doing a spot of baking before we get into the next phase of the Christmas decor of the house, which is the main Christmas tree. But before we do that, I have a tremendous task to do, which is to bake a cake. This is why I started this channel, so I'm really heading back to my roots today. I apologize in advance, the bangs are giving a lot. I'm experimenting with a new exciting hair tool, which we will get to in a later vlog. But I'm attempting to make this vintage love heart cake. I've been commissioned to make this. I haven't done a bake in a little while, so I'm slightly nervous, but we will combat that with hopefully some very fine leftovers, which I intend on devouring for my lunch today. So first of all, we're going to make the white cake base, and then we're going to make a raspberry buttercream, and then just a frosting for decoration using lots of colors. I've got an apron on in preparation. I'm wearing a fantastic new dress, which I will show you later, because why not feel lovely while you're doing something that's quite intimidating. Can't be bothered cutting layers, so we're going to fill this cake with holes instead. Hoarding a nice little pile of leftover cake here. that one is over. We have filled the holes and it is now avocado and cheese toast break. Just a little glimpse here of some new dinnerware to come on my channel. You know me, and I love a piece of aesthetically pleasing dinnerware. It makes the food taste different and you know it. I can report the cake was a huge success, if I don't say so myself, and yes, there are still leftovers. A few days have passed since then. It's been a bit of a massive week. We've done a bit of a house clear out, junk removal. We have been so overwhelmed with dust, we've all been coughing, but here I am, back to the studio, still looking like Snow White, or perhaps somebody who should be running across an Austrian hillside. That is what I'm channeling right now. If only the hills were alive with the sound of music instead of the sound of absolute chaos, of which this December has been. Not to mention the weather has been horrendous, but it all works out well because I can wear something very, very white Christmas, or a winter Christmas, which is a long sleeve little number. I will link this dress down below. This is a square neck midi dress to its basic form, and I picked this up from a brand called Aere. I actually have quite a lot of their clothing pieces now. I'm forming a little bit of a collection and an obsession. I love a statement, solid colour. You really can't go wrong. Simplicity is the key when it comes to event dressing, and it really lets your hair and makeup shine rather than making the dress the feature. Although I do agree that this dress is a little bit of a statement. I have fortunately hidden my bra straps with my hair because I unfortunately cannot get away without wearing a bra, my dears. I was never that well gifted. So hair down for this little number, and really just liking the drama of the sleeves. This would make a fantastic Christmas Eve or Christmas Day lunch outfit. I feel so Christmassy and put together in this. As for my footwear, I have none because we are going to be getting into another decor. Sorry, I realized I have just rattled off there. I get a little bit excited when I start to vlog and need to slow it down a little bit. We are getting into our next tree decor haul. Yes, we have a second tree for the family area, placing it in a different area of the house this time, one that is less prone to getting hit by a soccer ball. So I will take you down for that reveal, and we have a bit of an unboxing, unexpected, to do as well. We have all new Christmas decorations, so we're going to do a little bit of a bauble haul. Gee, try saying that when you're drunk. Bauble haul. That is quite the mouthful. Also popped on these earrings that I randomly found, and little perk, I did not order these. They must have just slipped them in my basket by accident when I ordered online. These are a little pair of blue glass earring. Looks like a gemstone, but it's just glass and it's encrusted with a bit of a gold finish around the edges. But I thought this was quite the moment for quite the statement earring to go with quite the statement Christmas dress. Now, I had cleared a space for the second tree that we will be decorating today, but my little assistant has decided to add his own little touch of vanilla Cheerios, which I discovered I rather love myself. The vanilla version, I myself am just chowing down on a little bit of apple crumble. This is my special almond gluten-free based one with some coconut yogurt, and to be extra festive you must have the golden spoon. Cleared a bit of space, which you can see is dramatically getting undone, so need to work fast. This is not the only oversized parcel that we need to get through today. We also have a second one that's just arrived. Yes, it's here, and let's find out what it is. So we not only have one oversized parcel, but yet another. And this is going to come very in handy. In fact, I would like to use this today. This is something I wanted to invest in for quite some time. I tell you what though, there is nothing quite unboxing something that is oversized. It's just so Christmas. So childhood Christmas. This is the inner child coming out. The bigger the better. Okay. Well, hello. We have a parcel here from Spectrum Allurolite. Let's take a look. I'm heeding the advice of my nail technician. These nails ain't tools. So I'm going to be using a pair of scissors, which also are not the most appropriate tool, but we need to open this box. I swear boxes are getting more technical by the minute. Okay. Ooh, a box within a box. Okay. Let's look inside. This is the tripod. I believe these are the lights in question, which are attached to this very bendy rod. Then we have the connection. I wasn't able to purchase the battery pack. This was on a Black Friday sale, so I missed out on that, so I'll have to go purchase some from Amazon. So this could be a portable system. And let's look in here. We've got a mirror so you can see what's going on, and some more bits and pieces. Now, I cannot be bothered with instructions, so I'm just going to go off my gut instinct. My technical instincts are not very strong, so this will be an interesting exercise. The joys of me aspiring to be a semi-professional vlogger. Sometimes I surprise myself. That was fairly simple. We have it assembled. It comes with a remote control, so hopefully this will work. Or does it need batteries? Oh, it needs batteries. I love when something's a few $100s and they can't seem to spare the batteries. I held off on buying this, by the way, because I was kind of waiting for the Black Friday sale, because this lighting system was rather expensive. There were cheaper ones on Amazon, but they didn't come with the functionality of it being portable, and that is a huge deal for me because I just hate plugging things in and finding an outlet, and I hate wires. Okay, so let's see if we can turn it on from here. Let's see if I have the power. Is this going to be one of those Bruce Almighty moments? I've got the power! Stop performing! Oh my goodness, it's working! Now, apparently, let's zoom in a little bit here. Apparently, we can change the tone of the lighting. It goes according to numbers. So if we zoom in a little bit here, we have a little bit of a nozzle, and here we are. So this changes, I'm not sure what this is changing. Okay, I can see that getting brighter. So it's getting brighter, but now I want to work on, oh, that's getting less, that's getting more dim. Okay, so that's what that nozzle does. But as for the warmth, sorry, I was talking to the air there. As for the warmth, let's see if we can, okay. There seems to be some vague hieroglyphic instructions here. So we have an ice function, and then it looks like a sun function. So I'm assuming the sun means warmth. Let's do a bit warmer, shall we? Let's see if that's working. Oh, this is warm. Okay, so this is a warm light. M2. Oh, okay, these are just preset functions. So I rather like that one. That's very romantic. We have a green leaf. That just makes that a bit brighter. That's just a very bright warm over there. And that's an icy cold. So I think I'll stick to... What's happening? Do you want to come have a look? Come have a look. I think I'm just going to stick to the warmth. So let's give this a go. I love the illusion of a sunny day. So I'm going to stick to the warm light for now. Let's see if I can set this up. So we can do our Christmas tree reveal and bulbul haul. Gotta love that word again, bulbul haul. Bulbul haul. Can you say bulbul haul? What's that? What does that do? What does that do? You can also adjust the length of it here. So I think this extends to 1.8 meters or almost 2 meters. But anyway, I'm going to go to this very harsh lighting so I can look a little bit more presentable for you all.
What is that?
What is that exactly?
It's a circle.
Okay, I think we have the perfect warm light going on. Don't mind the ambience of YouTube kids. We all love YouTube in this family. We just need a moment so I can do this bulbul haul, and then we will have the ambience of Christmas music. In fact, I might filter that into the background so we all don't go to sleep with Coco Melon replaying in our heads over and over at night. Now, I am really blind, so I can't tell if this lighting is enough. I think it is. Okay, and also I cannot bear looking at this plastic anymore, so let's do a bit of a tree reveal. So, all together now, my favorite saying, without further ado. And it probably looks like a whole lot of nothing from there, so I'm going to quickly set this up so we're not staring at something that looks rather spider-like, to be quite honest, but don't worry, it will get better. I can't believe that she is up, and she is perfect. I could have spent another 2 hours just fanning out the branches. I think that's the most difficult part, laying the foundations, but I think the shape has been achieved. I had to buy this as floor stock from Bed Bath & Table, which I hate buying floor stock. I really would have loved a new tree. The lady said they didn't have one, but then when I went back a few days later, all of a sudden a new one had appeared. regardless. There's one wonky branch, but I got this 20% off, so I'm not going to make a song and dance about it. She's here, she's in situ, and she is in the dining room this year. Usually I would set the tree up in the lounge room, but it is far too cluttered. We have all the kids' toys in there, so this is the only corner of the house that is fairly bare, and that's only because I had to move an entire table and a kiddie kitchen and some clothes horses to get this space. I think this is perfect. So new year, new tree. I will link my last year's Vlogmas down below. That was such fun, honestly. And we had our Kmart tree, which I bought when I had my first child, so it's about 6 years old, and we've decided to part ways. She went with the junk removal, so I am not sentimental in that way that I hold on to things like that. I just hold the memories in my mind. Not to mention I have a lovely visual record on my Vlogmas from last year. I had to invest in something I've never bought before, which is a tree skirt or tree base. I'm not quite sure what you call these. I was lucky enough to find a wicker tree skirt from Aldi of all places, which is one of my favorite shops, if not my all-time favorite place to shop. Got this for about $30. The tree was slightly more expensive, but something I'll be using for years and years to come. I highly recommend this particular tree and the one that I have in my bedroom, which were both from Bed Bath & Table, linked in the description box of course, because they are really great for small spaces. We live in quite a tight, small residence, so this doesn't take up much room. What really drew me to this tree was the fact that it didn't have any leaves. I thought this was rather controversial, as I've never seen a tree or possessed a tree with no leaves, save looking out the window in winter time. But with the faux snow on the branches, I just thought it was so magical, and the lights really shine through, so I can't wait to see this with the lights off. Anyway, that's enough tree description because we haven't even gotten into the baubles yet. So let's commence the decorations that I picked up this year. Alright, do you think I have enough? Wow, I must say I feel like I'm getting quite the tan standing in front of these lights, and I'm getting slightly blinded. Maybe I should turn it down a notch. Okay, we have it at 50% now. I hope you can still see me. I'm just not as blinded now. That might be a long-term health impact I am commencing. So, I have two bags here from Bed Bath & Table again. They were actually my favorite company this year as I was perusing the Christmas decorations. The other stores just didn't compare. They didn't have quite what I wanted. I originally went looking out for these guys over here, and this is very evident what it is. It is a tree pick. I picked some up in this lovely gold pattern and a velvet pattern because I wanted to keep the tree kind of warm, more gold than silver, and just add a bit of volume with tree picks rather than having the actual leaves on the tree itself. Now this is where my personal touch will really come into its own on this tree, because I was heavily directed by my auntie when we were setting up our tree at home. I've been directed for many years and subjected to lack of creative control, but this year I have all the creative control, and me being quite the control freak, am absolutely relishing in this moment. And I am going to save some baubles for last, so when the little ones come home they can have all the fun putting their touches on the tree as well. I also have minimized the baubles this year, even though I have said that word quite a few times. Take a shot for every time I've said it. I've actually gotten some unique decorations which I thought I would never buy. But let's start with the more anticipated and typical decorations. I found these glass glitter baubles. I just loved the oversized glitter inside, which I haven't seen before, and it's in a nice soft rose gold color. I could remove these strings, but let's see if I can be bothered. I really hate these traditional clasps, although I know that they look better, but it's whether I have the energy and these fingernails to to deal with that today. So picked up a pair of these. Then I found this donut. It's like if Homer Simpson had a feminine side, I feel like this would be his donut. And it comes with beautiful white beading and gold sparkles. Being so into food and edibles, I thought we just had to have something that looked very yummy on the tree. Don't shake that too hard. Mummy, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, we better move quickly here. Then I found this Martini glass. Comes with oversized glitter in the gold and the iridescent, and I also found its perfect partner, a champagne bottle. I have never seen the likes of this before, but I thought this would be a nice way to remind us about New Year. Had to add in something non-breakable like this little reindeer. Comes in a nice mosaic design. So all very glittery and light catching. Oh, he's saying cheers with the champagne. Oh my goodness, he must have seen Mummy and Daddy celebrate a little bit too much. I wasn't quite sure if this colour belonged on the tree, so we shall see. I have these mosaic baubles on my tree from upstairs. If you haven't seen that video, I will link that up above. But I kept the tree upstairs very natural looking with a touch of green. I just absolutely loved the design of this. So it's just a stained glass window vibe, and you can't get any more traditional than that. In addition to the several tree picks that I picked up in the velvet and a few in the gold, I also found these natural ones. Now, if they don't quite go with this tree, I will put them on the one upstairs, but I thought it'd be nice to add something a little bit opaque as well, because I do acknowledge we have a lot of glitter. Now, the last of the Aere's ornaments, as the bulk of them were from there, I just thought they had the best range. All quite unique and all very traditional. I found this lovely rocking horse. I did have one when I was little. I can't remember what I called it. It was a Clydesdale. It was at my nonna's and nonna's house. Very fond memories of that little pony for a girl that wanted one but would never have one. A nice traditional pine cone that has a soft glitter touches on the spokes, and then a touch of green with this traditional wreath with a few gold baubles and a little reindeer to remind us of the woodlands which we are not in. I will lump all these three together. I found these at Aere's, which does Manchester, and a few other homeware bits and pieces. I thought I would pick up just a few more traditional baubles. They all have slightly different patterns. These two here have a broken glass effect, which I thought would pick up the light really beautifully. Not to mention, if they fall, no one will be able to tell. And knowing my boys, that'll happen in a heartbeat. Then we have this one here. I think it has a shell pattern there, just trimmed with a slight bit of gold glitter. I find the most annoying part about ornaments is the amount of tissue paper that comes with it. If there is an ornament storage box out there or a solution to avoid all this tissue paper, do let me know in the comments, because I need to get my hands on this, because otherwise foreseeably we are looking at a bunch of storage bags and a bunch of tissue paper moving forward. These are the special decorations that I picked up from David Jones. It's a kind of all-in-one store. They do clothing, homewares, all sorts of things. Just a big department store really. I found a wonderful non-breakable disco ball. I thought I'd place the larger ornaments down the bottom where the kids can get their hands on them, they can play with them, and they can't break them. I found a wonderful array of Swan ornaments. This holds a lot of meaning for me because my nonna has this at home as a soap dish. So obviously the feathers are more fanned out so the soap could sit inside. If anyone knows the meaning behind this style of swan, do let me know. I'm not sure if it's symbolizing a certain brand or soap, but I saw this and I thought this would add just a wonderful memory. This fine feathered creature was the most expensive ornament. I didn't even know ornaments got this expensive that I bought. She was $24. I know, and I didn't get her on sale, but you can't deny she is one fine bird. She has real feathers at the bottom and a really nice beaded bodice. In fact, if I could have a wedding dress with this kind of design, slap it on me now. Bury me in this, because this is exactly how I want to go, in gold beads and feathers. She is just stunning. I will place her near the top, I think, because I don't have a tree topper. You don't really see them much these days, but I thought she made such a grand statement that she should go in a special place on the tree. A pair of lovebirds, and no, I didn't intend them to be kissing right now, but remember playing Barbies and he'd make Ken and Barbie kiss? Very immature. Wow, talk about nostalgia. I think this is the vibe of the tree if I was to put it in a nutshell. It's nostalgia, it's gold, it's simple, classy and natural. So lots of birds, swans, a few memories thrown in, back to the birdies. So again, another piece of nostalgia to offer you for anyone who is remotely interested in some of my history. And again, I keep talking about my nonna. I love her so much, and Christmas has always been with her. So when I think of Christmas, I think of her, I think of home. We lived with my grandparents growing up, so I have really strong memories about a lot of these ornaments. She still has these beautiful birds which are half rusted now, but they go on her tree, which is like, I don't even want to know how old it is. It gets revived every year. It is still standing, and these little birds still go on. Well, not these particular ones. She has her own in an assortment of bright metallic colors with little feathers on the end. I just had to grab these because they just hold so many dear memories. You cannot have a tree without birds in it. My nonna also loved birds, don't get me started. Okay, let's move on. This is the last traditional bauble you will see in this haul, and hopefully the last time I say bauble. I thought this was super interesting, almost circus tent-like, I would say. I just really loved the eye-catching stripes and design, just to add a little bit of art deco. Then ending on the two randos of the ornament haul. This tassel, I have never seen a tassel on a tree, but you will now. And this beautiful golden lantern which comes adorned with its own little wreath. I mean, I can't. This is all just too overwhelmingly special and nostalgic for me. All right, now the hard work begins, and just in time because my little assistant is running to my aid. And I'm not sure, do I need some kind of a drink or a hot chocolate to go with this decorating? Going to start with the tree picks first because they will be adding the main bulk to the tree. And I've just realised I've also got to take off all the tags. Love that for me. No, don't throw that one. Woo! He wants to play ball. No, you can play ball with this one. Look, this is yours. This is yours. Laid my foundations. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tree picks, and I think that's just enough. Flowers should always come in odd numbers. And now for the fun part, which is the ornaments. The fun part, taking off the tags. I swear we could save so much paper if it wasn't for tags. Not to mention, I guess everything would be for free then. Well, that endeavour ended in ruins. I just broke the champagne bottle, my favourite ornament, and it's all my fault. I was minorly preoccupied with taking the perfect thumbnail because I haven't experienced such lighting before, so I thought I would make the most of it and got a little distracted. I will have to call Bed Bath & Table and see if they have this ornament now because I need this in my life. I cannot have this tree without this ornament. Completely overdramatic, of course we can, but it was kind of key. Funnily enough, that little incident in itself was quite a bit of nostalgia, as every year an ornament would break from the tree. Happens all the time, folks. And I'm talking like this is a special event. World news. Ornament breaks off tree. Foot caught up in the damaged goods. Glass in foot. Yes, I was the one every year that ended up with the tiniest shard of glass in my foot, and those memories, I was so paranoid, which is why now around the house I am wearing slippers, but not today, ironically, so I think I might just put some of those on so I can continue this without fear of losing another toe. And that is all the motivation I need to get on with the show. So lucky I don't have that many ornaments. I'll just get a move on and start placing them on the tree without breaking any this time, hopefully. officially that time of day where I don't care what happens to my lipstick, and I usually end up with a cocoa moustache. Christmas drink of choice, I was going to go all out and make a lovely green matcha latte, but when you want a coffee, you must drink the coffee. That was a very anticlimactic punchline, but I think I'm officially tired. The tree is beautiful. Honestly, in summary, I apologize. I can't think right now. I need to have coffee. In summary, the tree is finished and so am I. I didn't expect to feel this way about a naked tree. Let's call it a naked tree. But this pile of twigs has made me one very, very happy girl. I really do love the fact that I got to put my stamp on the Christmas decor this year. This hasn't happened before. I'm super excited for ornaments that I will be adding to this throughout the years. I really love the fact that we can let the ornaments sort of speak for themselves, and each one has a special meaning and they're all different. I didn't really want to go for a tree that had all the same baubles and all the same colors. I just wanted a little bit of uniqueness, which is the summary of our family. I am going to take actually quite a number of the non-breakable baubles off before the children come home because I want them to have a nice turn at it. Surprisingly, the baby didn't break anything, it was me. So I'm the only one to blame here, which reminds me I'm going to place a phone call after I sign off here so I can source that champagne bottle, and if I do, I will include it in the conclusion of this vlog. One thing that I would say about this tree is that because there weren't as many decorations, they were actually quite hard to place. So I'm all about less is more, but because there was less is more, I found it just very difficult to know what to go with what, because I did choose very niche decorations. Another thing about this tree is that the wires aren't particularly strong. So as you go down the tree, the stalks are slightly larger, so they can take a bit more weight, but the ones nearer to the top can only take very light things. So in future, I will only be getting very light decorations for this tree. I can't even say that word anymore because some of the balls were slightly heavier. Enunciate, child, enunciate. The major find out of this vlog though, honestly, is the lighting. I did not expect that it would have such an impact on my filming. I haven't looked through the footage yet, granted, but I can expect that the quality might be just that little bit sharper and just a little bit more romantic now that I can control my surroundings a bit better. Clearly your girl is obsessed with control considering her life doesn't have any. So I really encourage you all, if decor is your thing, or I think the word is hygge, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if it's a Nordic concept about creating environments or creating inviting homely environments just by adding a bit of lighting, making the effort to use an aesthetically pleasing mug with your favorite golden spoon. Just these little details just make these moments just that little extra special, and as humans we are so visually impacted by what we see and they invoke so many feelings, and right now I'm honestly feeling all the feelings of Christmas, and if it wasn't for YouTube licensing I would be blasting Christmas carols right now, but I will go and do so after we sign off. All the links to the tree, to the wreath, to the ornaments, and to this lighting set from Spectrum will be in that description box. I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. We have lots more to come. I put a lot of effort into this and more exciting things to come. I will see you in my next Vlogmas, which might be on the day with a bit of New Year's thrown in, some more fashion, some more fun, some more decor, and some aesthetically pleasing shots, because we love that. Ciao for now, I am out of words. Merry Christmas. Thanks, Natalie. So no more shipments? Okay. Right, interesting. Alright, well thanks for your help anyway. No more Christmas ornaments. Thank you, darling. Thank you for that. But they get random stock sent to them, so there might be hope that this champagne bottle could pop up. Apparently they got a delivery of 7 last week and they sold instantly, so It's my own fault, but if it ain't this year, it'll be next year.